this is Guylaine for the web TV show. Today, we have an inspirational couple. In their mid-50s, they lost their retirement pension and fund. They took one of the biggest decisions in their life. And you know what? They decided at the age of 55 to learn the online marketing business. And it's not, it's not usual to take any courses on the online marketing or to make money on the internet. But the thing is, they reach their goal of becoming web millionaire. So big welcome to my guests today. I have two guests, Chris and Susan Beasley.
Oh, thank you.
Hi,
what a lovely, lovely introduction. And we're all the way from just outside London in the UK. It's just really fantastic for us to be here with you and to share some of our story and how we got to where we are now, because we truly believe that if more people understood what was available to them, no matter their skills or qualification, that they could do something very different to what they're doing now. And doesn't always have to be through forced circumstances. Sometimes it can just be through choice, doing something they absolutely want to do.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is as Guylaine says, I mean, our background is accountants and management consultants. And, we've done that for, 25 years, best part of 25 years. Yeah. But, the thing about having a small business like we did, or indeed, even if you just got a normal 9-to-5 job, the biggest problem that most people have nowadays is time. They just don't have the time to do the things that they really want to do. And that was our driving force for doing something different. So I guess we had two reasons for doing what we wanted to do. The first one was that, yes, we wanted our time because we were working 10 or 12 hours a day, 6 or 7 days a week, and always at the total beck and call of our client. So in other words, it didn't matter where we were in the world, even when we had a long weekend skiing out in the French Alps, the mobile phone would ring and you'd get clients saying to you, can you help with this? Can you help with that? And realistically, after 20 odd years of doing it, we got to a point where we said, no, we don't really want to do this anymore. And then, of course, the second reason that we decided to have a complete change of life, a complete change of focus, was our situation in retirement.
Yes, it wasn't really very healthy, I have to say, and some of you watching this now will probably totally resonate with that. So, as accountants and management consultants, we thought we pretty much got it sorted. We'd taken really good financial advice. We'd been on a course to teach us the best way to build our pension pot, I'm going to say it, or our nest egg, whatever you want to refer to it as. And we were told at that time, and that was around 2005, that property was the absolute best thing to do. Invest all of your money, all of your savings, everything you've got pretty much into property, because that will give you the security for your retirement. And it was perfect advice at the time. There was absolutely nothing wrong with that. But, we couldn't predict, and nor could our financial advisors predict, the worldwide recession that came about in 2008. And sadly, we saw our nest egg, if you like, pretty much wiped out, didn't we, Chris?
Yeah, it certainly was. And so, you start to think to yourselves, well, are you too old to start again? Yep. Certainly the traditional way of saving for your retirement you know, saving money every month over many, many years and letting the compound interest build wasn't open to us, because...
Sorry about that. Did you get scared when it happened? When you lost? You knew that you had your retirement pension and funds and everything, so you were secure about that. You are accountant, so probably you are you know everything about your financial things. Not like a lot of people don't know about their financial things. In their home. So were you scared at that moment?
Yeah, I mean,
yes.
I mean, the thing was that, you know, yes, you would think as accountants we should have everything in order, and as we say over here, have all our ducks in a row. But of course, you know, when you're running, as you go through life, you know, when you're in your 20s, let's say, you're just not interested in pensions, and therefore you ignore it. And then when you get into your 30s, you've got a house and a mortgage and children and a family to pay for. So, you know, the thing is that you've got other demands on your income. And so, again, maybe you don't quite save as much as you should do. And then when you get to your 40s, well, it's time to start thinking about it. But for us, you know, I got made redundant, and therefore I didn't have a job and a huge income anymore. And therefore I decided to become a consultant and work alongside Susan as a self-employed couple. And you know, the thing about that is, all of a sudden, instead of having extra money coming in, you're in a position where the money you're coming in is just covering your monthly bills or your monthly expenses. And so, you know, you just don't have the extra income to put aside and save. And I think that's probably very true for many people, particularly if you're self-employed, regardless of what profession or background you've got. You know, our generation has been brought up on, you have to save for retirement, but the reality of it is that very few people actually do. And so, like us, we had to find an alternative. And as Susan said, that alternative was property for us.
When you decided to learn about the online marketing business, how it happened? Because you knew about that kind of business that were going around in the internet, or it's a reference by friends to friends. How it happened to get there?
Well, actually, it was a very, very strange route, if we're perfectly honest, because we'd seen the advent of marketing on the internet, and we felt that we could have a better position with our clients, our management consultancy clients, if we learnt those skills and we brought them into their business, so that would enable them to make more sales, be more profitable, have a better bottom line. And it was all very new then, so that really gave us a great advantage, if you like, with our clients to continue our traditional business. But what happened was, it totally opened our eyes to a business that we could run. We could take our existing skills and we could run a business on the internet, online, with the online marketing that we knew that was available. And that was a big game changer for us, wasn't it?
Yeah, you know, when we sat and thought about it, we thought, well, you know, is this real? Can it work? And will it work for us? Because that's the question that everybody asks. Will it work for me? And, you know, continuing to do our research, we found that yes, there were people who were having great success with it, and that it would be something that we could do, and we could start part-time. So in other words, we didn't have to worry about stopping our consultancy business and starting a new business. We could start to build the online business beside our traditional business. And so that's what we decided to do. So we didn't have any income problems to continue to pay our bills. Now, as Susan said, it was one of those things we were researching online income or online education for something else, and we came across it. So we made this decision to do it because, you know, when we thought about it, we thought, well, okay, the internet is growing, it's expanding, it's only going to get better and better. And the thing is, as it gets bigger and bigger, what's going to happen is you're going to get more and more people starting to spend money online and starting to build a business online. So that was how we decided. That was why we started, and that's how we started. And you know, was it going to be, I won't say difficult, it was going to be different. We were going to have to learn new skills. We were going to have to learn marketing skills. We were going to have to learn, in those days, we had to learn about building websites and all that sort of thing. You know, technology has moved on in the last 5 years, where it's a lot simpler now, a lot easier now than it was then. But yeah, we had to learn some new skills. And even if you're starting an online business today, then you're going to have to learn some new skills. But don't let that frighten you, because you know you learn new skills throughout your life, and this is just another step.
Do you think it takes a lot of courage and determination to succeed in that kind of business?
I think it takes courage and determination to start any type of business. You know, if you're going to become an entrepreneur, and basically start your own business, whether it's a traditional business, an online business, it absolutely makes no difference. So in answer to your question, I mean, I don't think it's any different becoming an entrepreneur for the first time, whether you're starting an online business or whether you're starting a traditional business. You know, you've got to have a change of your mindset. And that, you know, that's the big thing that, you know, in our experience of people changing from becoming an employee. So up until 1985, I had been an employee before I started my first business. And all of a sudden you have this different responsibility. You know, you have this, instead of going somewhere every day and being between certain hours, and you start at 9 o'clock and maybe finish at 5 o'clock, and you're told what to do during the day, all of a sudden there's potentially nowhere to go. If you're working online, you're working from home, because you could do that from your home office, so you don't have to go anywhere. No, and there's no pressure on you. There's nobody to say to you, you need to do this now, or you need to do that. No, the pressure is all inside on yourself to say, I need to get up and start work. And that's the biggest problem we found. And I mean, to the extent that we've even written a book about it.
Yeah, we did, because we just saw this was the biggest leap that people had in that transition. And it, as Chris said, it truly was around the whole mindset of that. And once they, you know, we went through that tradition for a few months, you know, we didn't go into the office on time, and we sort of, it was too easy to go and do other things. And then we realized, no, we got to treat this differently. And as Chris said, we then wrote a book about it to help people make that transition. Because at the end of the day, you're accountable for yourself now in your own business. And if you don't put the right effort and the work and the time into it, then the results are very much going to reflect that same amount of work or not work that you do with it. And yeah, even if you are very highly intelligent and you've had a really high level corporate job, you still fall into that same hole, if I can call it that, that little transition of change. But honestly, you know, we love it now. We work very, very hard for weeks and weeks on end, very long hours, because we choose to, but we can take a whole month off if we want to. We can go to the mountains to ski, we can go to the Caribbean, we can go on a cruise, we can do what we want because our business comes with us. And that is the ultimate result of working for yourself. Yeah.
Exactly, because you can work around the world, and there's no clock for you. You can work at night, in the evening, where you want to go. You bring your work. That's the part. That's the good part of working at home or working in that kind of business. There's a reflection. I don't know if it comes from you or somewhere else, but in your Facebook, you have written the 3 C's of life. And the first one was choices, the second chances, and the third one was changes. I think you've made all those kind of, all these, pardon me, 3 C's of life in your decision, because you make a choice, the choice of living by working in the internet. The second one, do you think that you provoke your chance to get where you are right now and to get what you want right now? Did you provoke that, or it came by chance like that?
I think I think a lot of chance happens, and it happens to everybody. Let's call it luck for a minute. Okay, there are lots of opportunities that get shown to everybody in this world. The question is do you see them? And if you see them, do you take that chance?
So it's a kind of opportunity that you're talking about.
It can be very much so. It's when circumstances collide, if you like, and we often talk about the universe and the secret, and many people are great advocates of the secret. They watch the film, they take the affirmations, they read the stories. But if you look behind that and you see what actually goes on, is they were in the right place at the right time. They made a decision to change something that was going on in their life, and the result that they got was because of that.
Yeah, I think it's the right place, the right time, but it's also having an open mind. You've got to be not looking, but you have to realize that something is shown to you, however it's shown to you, and that you have to make a decision. I mean, there was an actual fact a television program not so long ago here in the United Kingdom done by, was it Darren Brown? Darren Brown. And he actually created in a small village opportunities for people to see and take. And there was one person there who they kept presenting opportunities to, and they were doing things like, one of the things they did was they dropped a £50 note on the pavement in front of him to see if he would see it, and he still walked past it because he just didn't see. His mind just wasn't open to seeing other things other than what was going on in his own head. And that was a great sort of analogy, if you like, of how people walk around quite often, as we say, with their eyes closed. And although they want to do something, or they think they want to change, like most of them never will, because they never actually see the opportunity to make that change, or even if they do, they make a decision to ignore it. And that's I guess decision making is one of the most powerful things that we have as human beings, in as much as when we see something, we automatically make decisions about things, and that decision is always yes or no, and a lot of it is done subconsciously. But when you're shown something and you see it, you've made a conscious decision, you actually want to change your life for whatever reason, you're not happy, you don't have enough time to do the things that you really want to do, just like Susan and I did. But you then have to make a decision. You see an opportunity like we did. We saw the opportunity of the internet and starting an online business. And we had to make a decision. Do we take that opportunity and decide to run with it, or do we say no and forget all about it? And that's one of the biggest challenges that people have. They see something and they look at it and they think, oh, that might be nice. That would be good to do. But they never make a decision, yes or no. They let it sit in their head, and then what happens is they become fearful about it because it's something new. And, you know, that's what we say to people. It doesn't matter what opportunity gets put in front of you. Just make a conscious decision, yes or no. And if it's no, that's fine. You just move on and forget all about it. But if it's yes, you never know where it's going to take you and exactly what it's done for us.
Exactly. I love the way you're talking. You are a great and inspirational couple. I knew that, and I just know, I confirm my my knowledge about you guys. Thank you so much. And you know, you took the opportunity. Now you live on the marketing business on the internet. You have also your web TV show called Chris and Susan Beasley TV. No?
chrisandsusan.tv.
chrisandsusan.tv. So you have the link below here, and you have also, well, a link where people can follow you and can notice what you do, and maybe get in your team. I don't know if we can call it team, but be with you and learn with you how to become a millionaire on the internet. Is that it?
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. Yes, I mean, our entrepreneur show, which is something similar to yours, although not in French, is chrisandsusan.tv, and we interview, like you're doing, very successful millionaire entrepreneurs so that they can give their advice and their experiences, tell their stories and inspire others. But to find out how people can work with us in our online marketing education business, they can go to our website, which is chrisandsusanbeasley.com, and they can look around there. They can see everything that we can do. There's a chance for them to contact us if they want to. But, you know, we're just here to inspire, and I won't say motivate, because we can't do the motivating. We can inspire and help people to make those choices and changes in their life. And we've had a fabulous time with you today.
I mean, we just want to, you know, I just want to finish with one thing, is that, you know, when we had our traditional business, we were always working for our clients. Now we work for ourselves, and we have a totally different lifestyle because, you know, we discovered we have a passion for teaching and training, and that's exactly what we do now. We teach and train other people how to have a lifestyle similar to ours. In other words, a lifestyle of freedom and choice. And anybody can do it. And as Susan said, if you want to find out exactly what we do, just go to chrisandsusanbeasley.com, and
we are as we are.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for your kindness. And you are very, I think people that are watching are inspired by you, and continue to live the life that you have chosen to live. And well, yeah, we can see the happiness that you have in your life. So thank you for your time. Thank you to accept my invitation. And us, we're going to see you next time. So continue to watch us, and we'll have some great other people that will inspire you for sure. See you next time. Bye, everyone.